Hey guys, it's Lisa. Welcome to Banning, Panning and Beyond. Today I decided that I wanted to do something a little bit different. I'm actually going to do kind of like a get ready with me, and this is not my first time. It's actually my second time filming on my iPhone. So it's really, I noticed when I sort of played back the video that I recorded yesterday, even though I feel like I'm looking straight on, when I play the footage back, it looks like I'm actually looking sideways because I'm not looking at the camera. So I'm looking at the camera right now. So it'll be interesting to see when I do the editing whether or not that fixes it. It's kind of odd to be staring at that spot rather than like looking directly at yourself in the camera. So like on the screen, I should say. So yeah, that's something I will work out over time. And the other thing I noticed with the video that I did yesterday, which you guys won't see for a little while because it's part of a collab that I'm doing with my friend Siobhan, so was that the very first day of the collab, there's going to be 4 separate videos rolled into one for that, but the first day I did on my old camera. So the difference, I noticed that the sound quality was a lot poorer on the camera, and I possibly may have had the battery on charge, which, as you would have heard me mention quite a few times, causes interference. It's like a bit of a background noise, and it was quite obvious when I had the volume turned right up on my laptop. And the reason I did that was because I actually watched the video that I recorded on my phone first, and I had that turned right up, and I thought that the sound was quite good, and didn't notice any issues with the volume until I then went back and I played the video that was done on my original video camera. So the volume on that was a lot higher, but not as good quality, and so I believe that it was the fault of the camcorder itself, that was the poor quality issue. But obviously with the video camera I had a microphone attached, so it's not been a waste of money. Like, I can actually buy adapters and stuff so that I can use the microphone with the phone. But I don't want to spend the money unless it's absolutely necessary. So today's video is part of that experiment to see, when I don't have another video to compare it against, to see whether or not the sound quality is okay. I should say the volume more than anything. So it's just so obvious with the other one that when I finally do put it up, you'll notice the difference. So anyway, the other part of the experiment, and the reason why I decided to start recording on my phone, is because I wanted to start doing some get ready with me style videos, and I have done 2 already as practice runs, and I haven't put them up because I wasn't happy with them. I found it really difficult to do my makeup one-handed, and with the camera set up on my ring light, it was taking up center spot, and that's where it's the only spot that the mirror could go that came with the ring light. So I've put the mirror on there and had to move my phone to the side, so you'll see the different aspect of the room. And yeah, so I just wanted you to realize or understand the sort of why it looks different. I'm not sure if anyone will even notice, so but you will now because I've pointed it out. So but yeah, I found it really hard before trying to do my makeup just with like holding a hand mirror. So and I'm gonna give it a go. Hopefully I can, even if the eye makeup look turns out terrible, I will hopefully still post this video anyway, because it's due to go up tomorrow. So I don't want to have to be spending all day recording. But the theme of this video is another collab that I'm doing with Nat. Nat was the lady who first got me into doing the palette bingo. She did a palette bingo of her own with building her own zodiac palette. So she was the one who first got me interested in doing a palette bingo, not to be confused with Nathalie, who I also put her account name up, and I'm not going to pronounce it because it's basically like makeup addict in Swedish. So but yeah, Nathalie was the one who separately suggested that I actually do palette bingo for my channel. So I've got Nat and Nathalie. So this collab is with Nat, and we decided, so for those of you who aren't here from Instagram, if you are, you can kind of just skip ahead till I start doing the makeup, but for those of you who aren't, we decided to do a build your own palette again, and the theme we ended up choosing was a Goofy movie. And the reason we chose that was because on one of Nat's Instagram stories, it was a template on which Disney movies you owned. So we got talking. Are you right there, Connor?
Sorry.
Oh, it's Brett. It's my husband interrupting me.
Sorry about that.
I did. Oh, now Kyle said too. No, I'm gonna have to start recording this video again now, right?
Alright,
Bye. I'm not really. I just wanted to make him feel bad. So yeah. Anyway, we decided to choose a Goofy movie for the theme of our palette because it's something we had been recently discussing, and I'd found the video or movie cover online and showed that to Nat, and we both agreed that it had some really good color options in that. So I will put insert all the photos of the first look that we did, which was actually a palette bingo. So I generated some random numbers for Nat and she did the same for me, and we built looks with those. So we've already done one look as part of this collab. So anyone who hasn't seen that, that's following me on Instagram, maybe you could go check that out. But I'll show you the state that the palette's in at the moment. So the palette bingo, I ended up using these 4 shades along here plus this white one. So we both picked 14 shadows to build the palettes with, and came up with very similar colours, which is not surprising considering we based it off the same photo, and we just used whatever singles we had in our collection. So that's where the variations came from. Now you can't probably see real well, but there is a there's a black up there, which is actually a Natasha Denona. It's one from her Beaver palette from memory. I managed to get that out because I don't have just a single black. So anyway, so I've used these ones, and the aim is to try and use all the colours, and we've got 2 more looks each to do. Nat's already done hers, so this is sort of giving me a push along because I've been working on my other collab and doing looks for the ones with Siobhan. So these are the colours that I've decided to use today, and they're the ones that are going to be left for the next look. So I probably won't record that one, but I'll try and get that done tomorrow morning, and then I'll insert photos and hopefully get this video up sometime tomorrow. So it will be later than usual, but so I've done swatches of the shades that I'm going to use today. So I'm just reusing that white there, just so that way I've got 5 colours per look. So I'm going to attempt to do this look. I've got my mirror is right here, so hopefully it's a little bit further away than what I'm used to, and I've also got my other mirror, handheld mirror here, just so that if I need it I can use it. So we'll see how we go, and then basically I guess we can just chat about whatever comes to mind, or I can chat about whatever comes to mind as I go. So I've already done my base makeup. I thought it would just take way too long, and possibly I might even just do one side, just one eye, and then I will pop off camera and I'll do the other eye. Normally I do them both at the same time, but I just don't want this video to go on too long. So I think the first shadow I'm going to start with will be this brown here, and I'm going to pop that in my crease. So I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest, and I think it's one thing I wanted to sort of mention is that I have actually been struggling to try and fit everything into my week, and I really don't know, like because I'm only working part-time, it's hard to know how other people that, you know, fit in so many videos. I don't know whether I'm just too much of a perfectionist, or I'm just not real inspired in regards to content. But the one of the things that did hold me back, I think, was doing these types of videos, because I didn't have things set up to do them properly, and also the lack of confidence. You know, it's funny that when I first started doing my videos, that you know, I was struggling just with confidence to even get on camera, and you know, eventually you get over that, and I started feeling a little bit defeated because I wasn't feeling inspired and I wasn't confident to do this type of a video. And I thought, well, you know, that's all part of, like, just starting my YouTube channel up initially was hard in itself, and I was really out of my comfort zone. So I'm thinking now that I'm going to just darken the outer corner with the black, and maybe a little bit in the crease. So yeah, I thought, well, why not give it a go? Worst that can happen is that it turns out terrible, so I'm just trying to find a brush, and then I don't post it. But I really hate wasting time. Of course, now that I'm looking for a particular brush, I can't find one. Anyway, I'll have to make do with what I've got. So yeah, so I thought I would just jump on and give this one a go, and hopefully my confidence will build over time. This is not what I wanted to do, but I've ended up doing it anyway. Yeah, and hopefully then I'll be able to put more content out on a regular basis, and not feel so down about it, and just, you know, because I guess I was feeling kind of bored with the content I was putting up, and I didn't like the fact that I was always doing my looks and then jumping on afterwards. I really wanted to be able to just do my makeup while I was sort of chatting with you guys, but sometimes it's also that you feel like you really have nothing of interest to say, that, you know, why would anyone really care what I think or feel? So it's just that self-doubt sort of creeping in. I'm just going to check this a bit more close up. Yes, it's not really what I was thinking. I was just going to do the outer corner, but anyway, as I've said a few times before, that you just got to get started, and the look evolves. So I'll probably go back in a little bit more with the brown, I think, and lighten that up a little bit, so it's not, just so it's blended in a bit better. Yeah, and my confidence is still growing in regards to using colour. I'm trying to push myself all the time, so doing this type of video is definitely part of that. And I kind of was feeling like, you know, I was very, there was a time I was contemplating not just doing YouTube anymore, just sticking to Instagram. I don't know how normal that is for people that start YouTube. I mean, a lot of people do it, they take breaks. Some people do move away because there's other things they would prefer to do with their time. And you know, for someone like me who is only working part-time from home, I should have more time than ever to do all this sort of stuff. And so I was yeah, thinking, well, I've really got no excuse, have I, to stop doing it, other than the fact that, you know, if you're not really enjoying it. And my husband sort of said, look, just, you know, cut back and don't give up completely, and you know, just take a break and see if you miss it. But yeah, it's that sense of feeling like I'm a quitter, that, you know, or, you know, feeling like you're a bit of a failure, and I don't want to feel like that. So I thought, well, before I do that, I should just, you know, give it a go and see whether or not I can actually successfully put one of these videos out and open up the possibility for more content. So how do you guys think I'm going so far? Yeah, it's a little bit odd because I'm so used to just looking at the camera all the time. Yeah, so talking and not looking at the camera feels a little bit strange. So I'm thinking now that I might go in with the actual lid shade, which is going to be this beautiful, beautiful green from Menagerie Cosmetics. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I will try. It's Huchera, maybe. I'll have to jump on my phone afterwards and maybe check it. So I'll tell you the shade names I've used so far. So this one that I used in my crease is the Colourpop Tan Line, and the Natasha Denona one was, I think it's called just Spot or Spot On, but you'll be able to see when I put the photos in. I did label all the shades, and actually, what am I talking about? Hang on, I could actually pull the palette out if I just move my chair out a little bit. And yeah, so it's come out of the Bieber palette, so it's that one there. So it's called Spot, so that's the black one. So just trying to get that one back in. So the move my chair back in a little bit. So this, I believe this green shadow is going to go on best with a finger. So rather than trying to do that in the further away mirror, I might actually do it with the handheld mirror. And it's good actually, before I was, you know, constantly like this when I did the test videos. So hopefully with this new setup, I'll be able to use this handheld mirror without blocking myself, so you guys can't really see that real well, but I'll get a bit closer when I'm done. So, and here I did say I would just do one eye and then jump off camera and do the other, and then I just proceeded, as is sort of habit, to do both eyes anyway. So I think the scary bit is having such a bright green, and I've also got the bright blue to use, and like, it's not that I would normally put those colors together, but it was more the fact that I just wanted to be able to make sure that I used every color. So I'm just going to clean my finger off there, and I'm going to try and find a brush that I can use for the lash line. So I'm going to try and see if this one will work. So not too dense of a pencil brush, but just depends on the shade sometimes how it picks up. So this is one of the ones that I had in my palette bingo, in my Zodiac palette. It was it's called Blew My Mind. It's a I think it is a Makeup Geek, I believe. Yeah, it's a Makeup Geek shadow. So again, I'm going to use this little mirror. Well, that's going to be hard actually, because I really need to hold my eye in place. So I'm going to have to use this other mirror here. So it's funny actually, because the look I did yesterday, I ended up with blue like smeared everywhere over my face after I tried to wash it off. It was a really super intense pigmented shadow that I used, and I used an oil cleanser initially, and then I went in with a normal cleanser and then eye makeup remover, and then I basically washed my face again in the shower this morning and used more eye makeup remover. And then when I sat down to do my makeup, I still saw this small smudge of blue under my eye, lower lash line. I don't know how it's possible that it could survive that long, and after that many goes of trying to remove makeup. So it's it was determined, but now here I am using blue on the lower lash line anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to use the same brush, and I'm going to try and just connect that outer corner and deepen up that lower, like outer lower lash line there with the black. And see how that is. Now for the inner corner, I'm going to use the white, so I'm just going to try and use my finger to get that in there, and I might drag a little bit along my lower lash line as well. So I notice it's not standing out real well on camera, but well, it looks okay in the mirror with the light reflecting on it. So I'm just gonna check that. I might drag a little bit along my lower lash line to get a clean brush. So I'll grab another small pencil brush and see if that will work. So I'm trying to not actually pull on my skin, but just hold it in place, because as we get older our skin gets a little bit looser and moves around. So I might just see if I can tap a little bit of that in that inner third of the mobile lid, and just sort of try and blend that in, so it's a bit more of a transition rather than a solid colour. I actually love this green, and for someone like me who doesn't wear green, you know, it's really unusual. When I saw this colour on the Menagerie Cosmetics website, I just knew that I had to have it. So alright, so I might just try to blend out this up here just with a nice clean fluffy brush, just so it's not so harsh. So this is the first time I've done my makeup with this setup, so it'll be interesting to see, because I've got my Hollywood mirror here, so you can see, I'll just put the lights on so you can see that's where it is. So normally I'm turned around and looking at that, and I can get as close as I need and really check out sort of how blended my look is and everything. So what I might do is, like, see if you guys can, if I get up close, not sure how any of this is going to turn out, so it is really very much an experimental video, but I'm going to jump off camera. I notice I've already been recording for 25 minutes, so it's not too bad, but yeah, I will jump off camera and I will just do my lashes and put on a lipstick, and I'll be back with the final look, so I'll see you soon. Okay guys, here's the final look. It's yeah, one of those days where everyone just keeps going past all the time. So I'm right at the front of the house, and at the moment my husband is washing his truck, so the boys have been going in and out, and yeah, they're both home. So anyway, this is the final look, and I'm actually really happy with it. So I ended up just choosing a Kathleen Lights Colourpop collab called Twinkling Lights, or Twinkling Lights collab, and the shade name is Night Light. So that is the one there. I'm not sure, it's not showing real well, but at least you can sort of see the colour, and it's funnily enough got this really pretty reflective sort of pink glitter in it, but I've just swatched it up the top there, but unfortunately I don't think that it's going to pick up on those, so yeah, it's they're not doing the look justice. And I'm not sure whether you would have noticed, I had a lot of light just on this one side, so I've opened up the blind that's closest to the ring light just so that it evens the look out. So let me know what you guys think of everything in this video. Is there anything that you guys want to comment on anything that I have said, what you think of the look, considering that I had like a bright cream and a bright blue in the one colour, like in the one look. I think that it turned out really well. So, and I don't know if you guys will notice that my hair is just really limp and sort of got no real life to it, and I've had to change hair products, so sorry, just checking because I don't want to be careful that I don't mess up these swatches. So yeah, the product that I was using that gave me a lot of volume, a lot of curl, it was funnily enough just a product that I was trying to use up. I'd had it for years, and I surprisingly ended up really loving it, and I ended up with another product that prior to that was kind of like, you know, the one that I thought was the best I could get, and look, it's just done nothing for my hair at all. So I'm going to have to grin and bear the one I'm using at the moment, and I definitely think that I will be repurchasing the other one, so that will show up in my empties anyway. So yeah, you guys will be able to see then, so you know which one I'm talking about. So anyway, I think enough rambling, and you can tell I'm out of my comfort zone a little bit here. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.